Here with Purge on the second day of MLG. How are you doing?
I'm great. I know this isn't the first time you guys have seen me eat on camera, so I just don't give a shit.
You're in the United States. There's a Dota event that's not the international. Are you excited? What are your impressions of this MLG?
Looks like I'm still chewing.
Sorry, I'll fill the dead time.
All right. My impressions? It's pretty much like I expected it to be. I don't know. It's an MLG event. This is my third, I believe. I went to Dallas and Anaheim. It's the first one with Dota, and it's pretty fun so far.
What did you think of COD? I know you caught a lot of those COD matches.
Yeah, I saw approximately 2 people get shot.
Yeah.
I think so far, which is a lot of content.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you see that the one team that shot more accurately than the other team?
I haven't seen them, but I'm sure they exist. Yeah.
And there's a very you can kind of tell who's here for COD and who's here for Dota. Can you describe the two different sets of gamers that are here to watch this?
So the COD players remind me of myself if I was 17 and really into promotion and hardware. So like, I don't know, when I bought my first headset, I was like, cool, I have an Astro headset now. And like, I felt like wearing it in public, but I was 22 at the time, so I didn't actually leave the house because I had already finished college. But like, if I was 17 to 20, somewhere in there, and I was like professional at a game, I'm sure I would have felt just as cool, and I would have wore my brand and like felt like I was hot shit and felt like I was, I don't know, the popular kid in college or high school. But they're just younger on average, so it's pretty easy to see they dress different or they hang out with younger looking people, so it's pretty easy to pick them out usually. Like most of the Dota people are a little bit older, a little nerdier, whereas the COD people usually have more style, and for their age generation at least.
I wouldn't call it style. It's just they're a younger generation.
It's their style. I wouldn't say it's stylish.
Yeah, it's the bro style.
It's pretty bro-y, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they probably play sports, it seems like.
And the Dota people, they look like Europeans.
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of Europeans, but they look like typical semi-awkward nerds, yeah.
Yeah, they had like baguettes or like they probably ride bicycles and shit places. Seems
okay.
Yeah, I met some like a German, some other people that I hear like, yeah.
I have no comment on that.
Okay, but those only the two games in MLG this time. What about the attendance? What do you think of that?
Seems pretty good. I don't know.
I'm sure they're getting ridiculous stream numbers.
Really? Do you know? I haven't checked.
I haven't checked either, but I imagine it is. Yeah, we'll see. I like this. Obviously, we did so much research for this. We did so much preparation. But you personally, what have you been doing other than making videos?
Well, that's a loaded question because I already told you. But I am scrimming a lot lately. I joined a team. We play a lot of practice matches and stuff. And we played in a couple. What do you mean, what level?
Like what level team?
We're like probably like a tier below any team that actually has professional aspirations is the best way to describe it. So we can play in MLG tournaments or like small. We played in SECS and we got top 4, I think, 1 week. And most of the time the competition isn't very good. Like it's not the actual known pro teams showing up, but of the non-known teams, we're usually a stage below them. Usually when we scrim Europeans, the Europeans are on average better, is from what I've seen. But when we scrim against North Americans, we're usually one of the better teams. But there's some North American teams that are definitely better than us, amateur level.
So you joined a team to play competitively. What do you get out of it? What have you learned from the experience?
Well, I lose a lot of sleep because I have to wake up at 9 a.m., which is completely unusual for me. And then
unreasonable. 9 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
What a life.
Usually I wake up at like 12, 1, 3 p.m.
And then when do you start working?
Never. I don't have a job. Yeah, we just play a lot. I get a lot of experience. I learn more about team communication, team dynamics, things like that. So I'm learning more about myself socially because it's really difficult to criticize yourself. And it's a bit harder when you're representing other people as well because then they want you to play better because you're representing them kind of a thing. So team dynamics are pretty interesting. So I'm getting more insight into that kind of stuff, which is always going to be good. I can use that for teaching people.
Getting better?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting better. I'm learning more about myself at a competitive level as well. Like I feed a little bit too much in the offlane. Maybe the role isn't the best for me, so I've been playing support, and I feel like way stronger as support because I almost never get out of position. And since I don't have a role that, if I play support, you can't be aggressive, which I know. So it scales back my aggressiveness, and then I just play smart. Whereas if I play off lane, I'm like always trying to like mess with people or like make plays, and then some of the times it ends up with me feeding, and then we lose games because of it. So I'm learning more about my play styles because of it as well, and what I feel comfortable doing.
Did you feel you had a good sense of how good the actual, like, people that compete at TI are? Did you feel like you gained more insight to that level after playing competitively now?
I know I'm nowhere close to a top-tier pro player at the moment, and I guess I didn't really need to scrim to know that. I guess I could already see playstyles, but I guess I'm understanding more and more what it takes to make a team better, so it may be less, like a lot of the things that we have to work through are picks or laning. Like picks are huge just because you need them to work out, and sometimes it's very small things that lose you games that are a lot harder to see from a casual observer's perspective, so I guess it makes me less take for granted picks and small details that are difficult to see, I guess.
What's your you gonna answer your phone?
No, I'm gonna decline the call so that it's Blitz.
Oh my God.
He's probably just checking up on me. He's worried.
He's worried. You've been missing for 5 minutes.
It's been a while since I touched him.
Okay.
So
all right. You coaching now in the client. You gonna do that?
hell yeah. Can't wait to make that bank, right?
How much are you gonna charge?
Probably $40 or $50 an hour. When I coached over a year ago, I charged $20 an hour, and I got too many requests. So, based on economics, you're supposed to charge an amount where the amount of people that want to be coached should perfectly line up with how much free time you have. Mm-hmm. So I should probably charge $300 an hour.
$300 an hour?
No, probably not. Somewhere between 40 or more, I would guess. I bet I could easily fill 20 hours a week by charging maybe 60 or something.
Charge 100.
I probably could, but that's pretty exorbitant. I think
No, people just want to be your friend. Make them pay you.
And that is why some people will pay me. I think I need like a web integration, like website integration, so that I don't have to do the scheduling myself, because that was like a huge waste of time, because for every 3 messages I got, one of them would think that I would do it for free, and then the other 2 I'd have to go back and forth with to find an open time, and then I would have to remember when the actual appointment was, and it was just kind of a pain in the butt. So maybe if I get a website thing, then I could reduce the time spent and spend more time coaching, and then reduce my rate a little bit.
How soon do you think there's going to be a website that coordinates coaches with students? Isn't that a smart idea? Someone probably is coding that right now, and it's like, fuck, this guy just fucking built my plan.
I mean, I know it exists, but...
Oh, it does?
Gosu coaching.
Yeah, but that was for StarCraft, right?
Yeah, but do you really think that they can't, like, spend a day and make a Dota section?
Yeah, maybe.
Plus, I don't want to pay them a percentage, so...
Do you feel that you should charge more or less coaching an hour of Dota than if you were, like, a male prostitute? How much would you charge?
I feel like I could be a pretty high-tiered male prostitute. Like, I'm very affectionate in the sack, so I think I could charge a lot of money. I could definitely be a high-tier male prostitute.
300 an hour?
I think I could easily get good enough at it to charge that much, but I feel like right now I'd
scrim a little bit more.
Yeah, I need to spend a little bit more time around female orifices before I could...
Yeah, got to make that MMR higher.
And I'd have to get a little bit less awkward socially, because then I could be more of like an arm candy thing rather than like a...
Arm candy.
Yeah, rather than just straight into the sack.
Some like cougar brings you to like a wedding or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'd be like nicely shaven, and I'd be good at socializing and like not awkward, and I could fake my emotions a little bit more.
What would you study, like culturally? You'd need to know like
I'd have to socialize more
music
and like be better at small talk and be less awkward, and yeah, probably those kind of things.
Maybe widen the wardrobe a little bit.
Yeah, and definitely widen the wardrobe. Maybe wear some makeup.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah.
And travel costs and all that. It's probably not worth it.
Preferably lose my sense of smell as well.
Why?
Think about it.
Okay, got it. Okay, let's move on. Who do you think's gonna win?
Seems like
my team's not doing that very very well.
It seems like DK, they haven't lost yet. Sigma looks really good too. They just beat EG, so I think they're like 4-1 right now, which is
Europeans.
That's like top of the charts. They have a lot of really good players though. Like Pos, we actually scrimmed against them the other day. Crapped on us with a bunch of random Europeans. Megal's really talented. Effing Mad's really talented. Sakshko's really talented. I don't know who their 5th is. Can't remember, but Fata. Fata's also really good. All their players are solid.
Now that you've played competitively, what's your best hero? If there was a team that had to respect ban you, who would they ban?
Respect ban me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't play anything exceptionally well. I'm okay at Visage, but I think the hero's just OP. So that's not too unusual.
Can you control the birds well?
Yeah. Once in a while I'll mess it
Hotkeys?
up. I only do a 2 hotkey for both birds, but I can tab stun dive them pretty easy. He's easier micro than like Chen or Enchantress, in my opinion.
So Fluff, he has like 5 hotkeys for when he plays Visage.
That's what I heard.
He's like 1, and then 1 for each of the birds, and then 1 for both birds, and then 1 for all 3. And Way 2 has like 1 hotkey.
Yeah, I'm sure Fluff's way is better if you learn it, but I don't have space for that on my keyboard because I use 4 and 5 as hotkeys for items. So I only have 3 control groups, so I could maybe make it a little bit more. I don't even have a hotkey that selects all units. I've never used that. I just do a quick click drag. So I don't really feel like it limits me that much, but I'm sure in some situations having more control like Fluff is once in a while going to be better for control. Like once in a while I'll miss micro. Probably plenty more often than a pro player does, but it's not too bad for me. It's not really an area of play that I think I should focus on that much right now.
And have you tried out the new heroes?
I played Fire Ember Spirit moderate amount. I think he has really good mid-game potential. His late-game potential is pretty weak, even if you go for like a Battle Fury build. I think you should focus on mid-game and then go utility items like Scotty or Desolator or something like that. I think that's best. I haven't played too much Earth Spirit, but I think he has really good potential. He's a really good hero. Could be played support or mid. He has quite a few mid combos that you can change up a little bit depending on the hero matchup that you're against. So I want to play him a lot as well.
Yeah, those heroes look pretty good. I can't wait until they add them to Captain's mode, but, that's probably not for a while.
Probably not.
Okay, well, keep going around. You get recognized a lot, stopped a lot for autographs.
Yeah, it was like hard to walk through the event without getting stopped 4 times.
Living the life.
Yeah, this is why I became famous, guys.
Yeah, this is the people lining up to get your autograph. And then you might have to start charging for that.
No, that's too much.
Yeah.
I'll just charge them to coach.
Okay.
It'll be better.
All right. Well, you have any shout-outs you want to give before this interview wraps up?
I just want to publicly apologize to Blitz for declining his call. That's the first time.
I'm happy you did that for this interview.
We're going to have a fight about it later, I know. So this is for you guys. I guess you can follow me on Facebook or Twitter at Purge Gamers. That's it.
Okay. Check out our other interviews. We'll be back with more content from MLG. See you guys later.